few nerves on the mountain today here at Perisher Blue as we get ready for one of the fastest pieces of action you'll ever see. This is the skier cross competition, getting ready for the quarterfinals. And as they wax it up and try and get some perfect speed going, we'll take a look at the course for you with Mick Gow to talk us through it.
Well, Matt, this is the most important part of the course here. The start is absolutely crucial to where you're going to place at the end of this race. As you can see here, they're juicing it up over the tabletop and now into the first berm section, where you try not to lose too much speed by spraying out as little snow as possible. Now into the second berm. Here you want to push out into the spine. You want to keep to your left here, just so you don't end up in those trees as they drag it out to the bottom here now. You'd be thinking, well, the finisher's line is in grasp and you'd be tucking all the way. And over the last tabletop to the finish line. Some fast action for the skier cross.
And as you can see, it is not just straight down. There's twists and turns and tabletops. We will have a maximum of 4 skiers in each race. This is the quarterfinal. Adrian Costa, Stephen Lee, there's a name you'll know, and Tom Costa in this one. Dave Keane didn't start, and they're into it already.
Adrian Costa there pulling off a great manoeuvre, cutting off Stevie Lee there. Adrian being a freestyler, Stevie being a racer. Interesting race happening here with Tommy lagging a little at the back there as they come through the berms. Adrian looking strong, Stevie looking hungry, and it's over the spine now. I don't think Stevie's going to catch him as Adrian pushes off now down into the last jump to hit the tabletop. What's it going to be? Adrian Costa, Stevie Lee, Tommy Costa.
And of course the first 2 go through. So Adrian Costa, Stephen Lee have qualified. This is the replay of Lee almost lost it just before they got to this jump. Costa, though, cut through and did it pretty nicely in the end. So Costa and Lee go through to the semi-finals. Breathtaking stuff already as we get set now for quarterfinal number 2. Craig Branch, Dirk Nannes and Adrian Popek.
Craig Branch should have to be the popular win in this one, being an Australian alpine skier as they go over the first whoop-de-doos and into the first turn. Already it's Craig Branch out in front, followed by Adrian Popek. And Dirk Diggler coming up in third as they hit the tabletop. Craig getting some huge air and pulling himself out front there, no problem at all. Looks like Adrian Popek's taking a little bit of a turn on that berm there as they come into the second turn. Craig Branch way out in front, looking comfortable.
And look at the time. Our G-Shock clock tells us it's pretty quick.
Absolutely, Craig Branch, no problems at all, showing contempt for the last tabletop. A brilliant run. I think Dirk Diggler just squeezed out Adrian Popek there, Matt.
You've got it. Dirk Nannes and Craig Branch have gone through right up the top. It's like real estate. Position, position, position. Then you get your pace as you get down the bottom. This was an incredible race. And just to top it off, Craig Branch comes across the finish line mid-air and salutes the judges to go through to the semi-finals in the ski across here at Perisher Blue. Well, this has been fantastic stuff already. We've got another 2 quarters to go. Next up, AJ Bear, John O'Brow, Simon Blundell and Simon Costa as well. They're into it.
And they're into the first whoop-de-doos. AJ Bear cutting out there in front, with closely followed by John O'Brow. Of course, the freestyle boys following up in the back there as they hit the first tabletop. It's all AJ Bear. I've seen this boy work out in the gym. He's a strong lad. As Simon Costa lags a little at the back there, catching an edge as they come through the berm. It looks like Simon Blundell caught another edge too. The freestyler's not faring so well, but the boys out front, Alpine Races, AJ Bear and John O'Brow looking comfortable as they come down to the last tabletop, showing contempt for his counterpart there, Mr. AJ Bear.
34.2 on our G-Shock clock, and the other guys come in as well. Well, these 2 were out of it midway through this race. It became a race in 2 as Costa went first and Blundell went second, and then AJ Bear took it from there with John O'Brow making it a 1-2. They get into the semi-finals. Next up, Tuukka Terva-Oha from Finland, Anthony Kamen, Chris Mader and Andrea Bergthal. This should be a beauty.
Of course, Tuukka is the only international to be competing here in the ski across, and he's looking good. The start is crucial, and it looks like Andrea. No, Tuukka. Tuukka comes into the first berm in front, followed closely by Andrea. There's a bit of push and shove as they come into the second berm. Looks like Andrea out in front, followed closely by Tuukka, then Chris Mader, followed then by Anthony Kamen as they come down now into the second part of this course. through the berms, feeling all the G's as they rush on through. But it's Andrea Berchtold in front, leading the Finn as they come through now into the second part. Big jump through there at the end. Now it's onto the tabletop. Mr. Andrea Berchtold with some huge air right onto the flat.
34.3 for Andrea on our G-Shock clock. And look at this. Everyone's getting caught up at that corner. It was elbows all the way at the top. And then they came across single file. Great stuff. And look at this for a finish. Andrea Berchtold almost flew right off the end of Perisher Blue and landed himself in Jindabyne. But instead, he's into the semi-finals as well. This is how they line up. In semi-final 1, Costa, Lee, Branch and Nannes. And in 2, it's Bear, Brouwer, Berchtold and Tuka.
It's awesome. I've never done anything like this before. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, it's wild. It's just so many good guys from overseas and it's just great. Biggest event in Australia, I think. In the next heat, there's a few races, Craig Branch and Stephen Lee, which I've got to watch out for, so hopefully I'll get on top of them.
A lot of good races here anyway, and they're looking pretty mean in training, so it won't be good to get up against them, but we'll see.
Welcome to the world of Unreal TV, where we bring you...
We're back at the Centre Valley here at Perisher Blue. There's smiles on the face now, but lying in front of these guys, including that man, Stephen Lee, is one hell of a race. Semi-final time in the ski across. Mick Gow, I can't wait for this. Craig Branch, Stephen Lee, Dirk Nannes and Adrian Costa.
The all-important start, and it's Craig Branch out in front, followed closely by Stevie Lee. Looks like Adrian Costa's lagging a little there at the back. Dirk Nannes in third place as they hit the tabletop now into the middle part of the course. They hit the berms at Mach 10, but it's Craig Branch out in front. Stevie Lee in second. Big G's as they come through the big berm there and hit the spine. Oh, hits the flat a little, Craig Branch, but as he comes through now, picks himself up into the last tabletop. He's looking good and looking comfortable. Some contempt for Stevie Lee as he comes through the last table.
Well, he's through. Craig Branch, Stephen Lee both go through to the final. 34.9 on our G-Shock clock. And remember, of course, Stephen Lee is a World Cup winning skier and an Australian Olympian. So you're throwing up some pretty good competitors here. They had some awesome speed coming down the mountain and then down to the finish line. Over they go, and Craig Branch wins it.
I knew Stevie was in that one. I had to give it everything I had. I knew he was on my tail, so I got thrown off that spine, landed on the flat. It's just, I lost a lot of speed. I thought Stevie was right on the arse end. It's good. Good race.
Semi-final 2 now. AJ Baer, Jono Brouwer, Andrea Berchtold and Tuukka Terva-Aho from Finland. And they are set and they're off.
And they're off and racing. The boys out of the gate. A crucial start. And it looks like Andrea got wiped out by AJ Baer and Jono Brouwer in the beginning there as he tries to make up time over the tabletop there. I don't think he's going to do it. The boys are quick. It's AJ Baer, Jono Brouwer, Andrea Berchtold, and of course Tuukka coming up from the back there as they hit the second berm. It's all speed on. Will Andrea catch the boys? I don't think so. And as they come into the last tabletop, it looks like AJ with a little creative jumping from the boys up front here. Look at the finish.
34.7 on our G-Shock clock. And AJ Baer has beaten Jono Brouwer to the punch, but only just. This is at the very top of the race and some heavy traffic. Watch this. First, slots back to third. Fourth came up to second. But by the time they got down the bottom, AJ Baer had done it.
Feeling good, but the finals were it. It's all that, as I said before, Stephen and Craig are there. And so it's going to be a tough contest, really tough. The race was pretty good. I was a bit slow at the start, but luckily I kind of took over a couple of guys around the first berm, and the rest was just following AJ. That was good there. At least I'm in the final and I'm happy about that.
And it will be an all-Australian final. This is how they line up. Branch, Lee, Baer and Brouwer. It is finals time in the ski across competition as our competitors find out where they're starting. AJ Baer, Craig Branch, Jono Brouwer and Stephen Lee lining up as the final four, and Mick Gow will commentate throughout this race. Hold your breath, folks, because they fly once they get going. All set. They'll be off in a flash.
This is the fast of the fast as the boys come out of the gate. That all-crucial start. It looks like AJ with his strong legs just pumping down through the first turn there, closely followed by Craig Branch. It's all looking good. The boys are neck and neck as they come through the air there. It's a beautiful race, this one. You can see the speed now as they come through the second berm. A big race between Branch and Brower for second place as they spread out a little now. It looks like all AJ Bear as they come through. Stevie Lee in the back there, letting the young ones go ahead. Now they come through. It looks like AJ Bear looking real comfortable as he throws a little back scratch at a finish.
33.2, lightning quick from AJ Bear, and he's done it. He's won the gold medal here at the Mobilenet Winter Extreme Games, and in the end, he did it pretty easy. AJ Bear kicked away at the very top from Craig Branch, Jono Brower and Stephen Lee. He's brushed off some pretty big names. This is where he got his lead, and this is where he kept it. AJ Bear soars through the air, and by the time he got down the bottom, there's a gold medal waiting for him, and look how he celebrates. Nothing but air for AJ Bear in the ski across, a gold medal victory.
It was all onto the first gate. We're pushing and shoving, and got around that first, and you know, I just tried to keep out in front.
I thought I had it into the first gate, but AJ just snuck inside me. And second gate, I just had to straight line it to the gate, and I nearly straddled it. I just had to squeeze me tips inside. AJ cut me off, and then over the jumps, me and Jono were just neck and neck and out of control. It was wild.
Let's hand out the medals. AJ Bear gets the gold. You deserve it. Craig Branch with the silver, and Jono Brower picks up the bronze.
3 and locked behind the gates is AJ Bear, Trennan Painter, Josh Lubeck and Steve Lee.
Again, here we go, 2 freestylers against 2 alpine racers, and you can see Stevie Lee and AJ Bear have streaked out to the front already.
Yeah, look at the speed the alpine racers have got. They really know how to tune their skis and get on those edges. Look at the massive lead that AJ Bear has already got on Steve Lee.
Yeah, AJ's one of our favourites to do well at this upcoming Salt Lake Winter Olympics, and Stevie Lee, the legend of alpine racing in Australia, they are miles in front.
They're down through the whoops. They handled them with no problem at all. And AJ Bear just cruising to the finish line to take out race number 3.
Yeah, it was a pretty easy run for both these guys. The alpine racers, they've streaked ahead. They will qualify for the next round.
Out of the gates is where it all counts. And check out AJ Bear pushing with all his might as he heads down into berm number 1. Steve Lee and AJ Bear right there neck and neck. And AJ Bear just streaks through to take it in first position from top to bottom.
It's good. You've really got to press those jumps, otherwise landing on those flats from that height isn't real good for the knees, but I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Branch, he wanted it, he was hungry for it, but overcooked it right there and crunches down.
Without a doubt, the biggest stack of the day.
2 of this lot going through to the finals. AJ Bear, Steve Lee, Daniel Moore and Chris Davis out of the gates.
Okay, I've got my money on AJ and Stevie, but we'll wait and see what happens coming around the first corner. It looks like we've got AJ in front, Stevie Lee and Daniel Moore close for second and third.
Yeah, AJ Bear has got a convincing lead. He's going to be hard to beat as they go over the whoops and underneath the wave. Looks like we've lost Chris Davis back there somewhere. We'll check out the replay shortly and see what happens to him. But right now, AJ Bear streaking in front.
Yeah, our Olympic hopeful in Salt Lake looks like he'll take the win here. I think second and third will be the tight one. It looks like Daniel Moore will cross second and go through to the final. Stevie Lee will be third.
And on the replay, we'll see exactly what happened to Chris Davis. He made it out the gates, no problem, but this is where he came unstuck.
Yeah, you can see he split his legs open, got an edge, over he went, he's out of the race.
And AJ Bear runs away with it to win the semi and move on to the finals with Daniel Moore for their chance at Planet X Gold.
All right, AJ, through to the final, mate. What's going through your head right now?
I'm in the money.
That's it.
No, I'd like to win it, but it's going to be a very tough final. I'm pretty sure there's going to be all ski races in the final, and it's going to be tough.
Time to separate the men from the boys. This is the final. Luke Dean, Joe Draxel, AJ Bear and Daniel Moore in the gates and ready to race.
And we've got a nice clean start here again. AJ was right, is an all-skier final. There's some of the best alpine races we've produced, and have a look at this for a start. It's tight.
AJ Bear has slipped into first position, followed by Luke Dean, Daniel Moore and Joe Draxel.
AJ's come down there. He was leading now. Luke looks like he's taken over the lead. That could have cost AJ the race.
Yeah, check out the speed by Luke Dean as he whole shot straight through into first position and down through the berms.
Yeah, AJ, he's still trying to chase up to Luke, but I don't think he's going to be able to catch him. It looks like Luke might cross the line first, and he does.
Yeah, as soon as AJ Bear touched down, Luke Dean got a taste of Planet X Gold and went after it all the way to the line.
There you can see Luke congratulating his competitors he was up against, AJ, Daniel and Joe. As you can see back in the start here, it was tight coming into that first corner. They were pushing each other and shoving. Who could get out in front to get the lead?
Yeah, it was AJ Bear, but right there he overcooked the landing. And what actually happened there, Topper, to lose form?
Just a little back seat, come down on one leg. Bad vision, hard to see. A lot of excuses there for AJ, but you can't have excuses on race day.
And Luke Dean grabs gold.